One day after one of Indy's worst offensive performances in 25 years.
You have Gus Bradley, you have John Fox, and we're turning to Jeff Saturday.
Love it.
As I mentioned, I'll tell you what, Jeff Saturday didn't choke. Jeff Saturday did his thing. I mentioned last segment here on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, we're giving away $2,500 an hour, every hour on this show through December 7th. It's a 10K a day giveaway, KJM 10K a day giveaway. We've already given away $2,500 to 8 people in the first 2 days, and the winning word this hour is choke, CHOKE. You text that to 777-000. You enter for your chance to win $2,500. But anyway, what I didn't say, Jay and Key, is there's no purchase necessary. This ends December 7, 2022. You have to see complete rules at espnradio.com/contest. So, our guy, Jeff Saturday.
Yes.
Who, by the way, is racking up fines on this just in because he keeps missing shows. But at any rate, he's now the head coach for the Indianapolis Colts and goes in his first game and pops the Raiders.
Well, I mean, he did exactly what I told him to do, which is impressive to listen as a coach. But he also popped the Raiders and Josh McDaniels' sorry ass coming off KJM, okay, with his one little hit that he does for us on our show. He gets the job, and then he goes out to Las Vegas.
Good point.
Yeah. And on top of that, he did exactly what I told him to do. You know what that is?
Rubbed up off.
You know what I told him to do?
What's that?
Keep it under 30 attempts, okay? Make sure Jonathan Taylor goes over 100. I need the quarterback and Matt Ryan to keep him at around 20 to 28, which he did.
How's 21 of 28 for 222?
Fine. 200 yards.
That's a Keyshawn Johnson
touchdown, and a touchdown plunge on the ground. There's my plunge for 1 yard, and let Jonathan Taylor rush for a bucket some change. And that's what they did.
Was not a surprise to you that he started Matt Ryan.
Not at all. Why would I want to take over a job and go with some young dude, and I got a veteran who's won in this league for many years? Why would I do that?
Coach, you have to call Jeff Saturday Coach now. Coach, why did you go back to Matt Ryan as your starting quarterback?
I saw Matt throw, and that was the first time I had seen him throw. He's coming off an injury, and he put a good practice together on Thursday. And so Friday, I told him, I was like, go back to back. And again, now this is my first experience really ever seeing him throw, and he looked really good. And I wanted to talk to the staff on Friday afternoon, but I had I knew what I was going to do. And but those, and I knew everybody was with it, and I felt like Matt gave us the best chance to win.
Did you see the sidelines though? I mean, the sidelines were as if every coach on that staff, they were having fun. Like they were engaged in the battle with Jeff Saturday as the leader. And for anybody, look, you can question whether you thought Jeff should have gotten the job or not, right, due to his relationship with Jim Irsay. But I did want to address something real quick in Bill Cowher, because he made a pretty profound statement. He said, for an owner to hire a coach who has never been an assistant at the college level or a pro level, it's a disgrace to the coaching profession, end quote, by Bill Cowher.
Well,
so Nathaniel Hackett, how is that working out? He's been part of the professional coaching rankings, right? How's that working out for Denver right now? Steve Kerr, no professional coaching experience, but he's gone on to win multiple world championships. That's worked out pretty well for him.
Well, you talk about Nathaniel Hackett. Well, hell, they just beat Josh McDaniels. And he got all the coaching experience in the world, right?
Yeah, look, I get why people...
All the coaching experience.
I get like why an old grizzled coach would feel that way. And I understand the talks about white privilege and how this happens for white guys. Doesn't happen for black dudes, right? Like they don't just... But all that said, Jeff's my dude, man. I'm happy for him. And the bottom line is he got the job. That's already done. Now, what's he going to do with it? He just went out and won game one.
See, y'all laughed at me when I said he's going to run the table. I got one. I got one in my back pocket now.
That's it.
I got one in my back
One
pocket.
at a time.
But let's flip it to the Raiders side of football.
Yeah.
What are they doing? What are the Raiders doing? What is Josh McDaniels doing? I don't understand. You got rid of Rich Bisaccia to bring in Josh McDaniels. He came in and turned the roster upside down, shook it up a little bit. And now look at them. You got your quarterback so distraught It's so emotional. He came to the podium with tears. Unbelievable.
I mean, you listen to Derek Carr at that podium, Max. You can hear it.
Listen. Derek Carr at the podium.
Not listen.
I'm just pissed off about some of the things, you know, that a lot of us try and do just to practice. What we put our bodies through just to sleep at night. And for that to be the result of all that effort pisses me off. Pisses a lot of guys off. It's hard knowing what some guys are doing. Like I said, just to practice what they're putting in their body just to sleep at night. Like just so we can be there for each other. And I wish everybody in that room felt the same way about this place. And as a leader, that pisses me off, if I'm being honest.
He wishes everybody in the room
would feel that about this
the
place.
same way.
That tells you something, don't it?
I wonder who he's talking about.
You going to fire Josh McDaniels already?
Yeah, I would.
I don't think they are.
No, I would. He would be gone.
I don't think they are. I think they're going to clean house. Because for me, when I hear Derek Carr talk about everybody else in the room feel that certain way, that means everybody's not on the same page.
But he's not talking about the team, right?
It doesn't sound like he's talking about the team. Because he said,
I don't think he's talking about the coaching.
Because he said, knowing what these guys are going through to get up and play and all, and you know, just to get in the bed and doing all that. He's saying the team and players are giving effort to get out on the field.
Doesn't sound like he's singling out teammates. Like Aaron Rodgers, to me, sounded like he's singling out teammates. Derek Carr is certainly pointing to someone. It does not sound like a teammate.
And in terms of cleaning house, they done cleaned house already. There ain't no more house cleaning they can do.
So would you say coaching staff, Key? Who else could be referring to?
I would think he's probably
front
talking
office.
I would think he's talking to the people upstairs,
right?
Meaning the front office and the coaching staff,
right? People making decisions.
But I would, in all honesty, I would fire Josh McDaniels. So I can't sit around and watch this as an owner again. I just can't. Okay,
Jay, would you fire Josh McDaniels?
I can't.
He's paid him a lot of money.
Yeah.
Early in the season. I mean, is it just the coaching? Like, I really wonder. A lot of questionable decisions. There were games that were right there. I get that. But it feels like there's something different in that locker room.
They were in the playoffs last year. A play or two from advancing. They fired Rich Bisaccia and brought in Josh McDaniels and, you know, moved some pieces around on the roster. And here's the results.
They were playing for Rich Bisaccia. Whether or not he's considered an offensive genius or whatever, they were playing for him. Key, I don't need an offensive genius. You know what I need, Key?
Jeff Saturday.
I need 21 for 28 with 222. I need one in the air, one plunge, and good stout defense.
I just want to say, Max, how many times have I given you that stat line?
It's the exact
and every
stat
time
line.
I give it to you, that team wins.
That stat line that Key refers to is almost undefeated. It's almost undefeated. All right. I mean, look, if it was another way, I would say, Key, it's not true, but look, you can't deny it. That's what it is. Bills and Vikings, boy, I'm still getting over that. Oh, my God, what a game. Is Josh Allen regressing? But first, this word from Omega Accounting. Small business owners, lend us your ears. You may have overpaid on your payroll taxes during COVID. If you continued to pay employee wages during the pandemic,